For generations, Israel had waited for the kind of miracles that shook nations. The Red Sea parting, fire falling from heaven, walls collapsing at a shout. So when word spread that a teacher in Galilee had turned water into wine at a wedding, people celebrated, but they didn't tremble. It felt small, private, too quiet to be the Messiah. If this man truly carried the power of God, surely the next miracle would be bigger, louder, impossible to ignore. They had no idea how wrong they were. Because the second miracle would not happen in a crowd. It would not happen with witnesses, and it would not happen where Jesus was standing. It would happen 20 miles away, in a room filled with fear. In Capernaum, a boy lay dying. His father was a royal official, a man of authority, wealth, influence, used to problems being solved with a word, a command, a payment. But power is meaningless when death refuses to listen. The fever had burned through the night. The boy's breathing was shallow now, his skin pale, his strength gone. Servants spoke in whispers. Physicians had nothing left to offer. Every parent in that room knew what came next. Then the official heard rumors. A man in Cana, a teacher, a miracle worker who had turned water into wine. It wasn't certainty. It wasn't even faith. It was desperation. So he left his son's bedside and ran. 20 miles through the hills of Galilee, each step heavier than the last, every delay unbearable. What kind of father leaves his dying child? But hope has a way of overpowering reason. When he finally found Jesus, the official didn't introduce himself, didn't mention his status, didn't demand respect. He begged,
"Sir, come down, my child is sick."
And Jesus did not move. Instead, he said words that felt like a knife.
"Unless you people see signs and wonders, you will never believe."
The crowd heard a rebuke. The father felt a test. Was his faith real, or was it just transaction? Desperation disguised as devotion. Then Jesus spoke again. 4 words that changed everything.
"Your son lives."
No movement toward Capernaum. No gesture over the hills. No visible power released. Just a word, spoken into the air. And suddenly the miracle was no longer about healing. It was about trust. So the man turned around. And that walk back was longer than the run to Cana. Every mile echoed with doubt. Every shadow whispered, "What if you're wrong?" Night fell. He slept on the road, torn between faith and terror. What if he returned to grief instead of laughter? What if Jesus' words were just words? But he kept walking, not because he was certain, because he had chosen to believe. At dawn, he saw figures in the distance, servants, running toward him, not walking, running. His heart stopped. Then one of them shouted,
"Your son is alive, sir."
Relief crashed over him like a wave, but one question burned in his mind. When? He asked.
"Yesterday, the fever left him at the 7th hour."
The 7th hour. The exact moment Jesus had spoken. Not when he finally saw with his own eyes. At the moment he chose to believe. This was the second miracle. The first turned water into wine. The second turned distance into nothing. It proved that Jesus doesn't need proximity to heal. He speaks, and 20 miles away, death obeys. The boy lived. The household believed, and a truth was sealed into history. Sometimes the miracle begins the moment you trust, not the moment you see. Your answer might already be on its way. Your breakthrough might have started the moment you believed. Your healing might be happening right now, even though you can't see it yet. The question is, will you keep walking? Or will you turn back and demand proof? If this story gripped you, subscribe for more and comment, "I believe in Jesus," because sometimes that's the only word you need to hear.